Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to shoot the 160 grain Norma Tipstrike bullets out of my 7mm 08. I want to thank Derek for sending me these bullets. These bullets are pretty common as a factory loading, but finding them as a component bullet is pretty rare. So thank you, Derek, for sending these to me. These bullets are a cup and core style bullet with a polymer tip, a flat base, just the slightest bevel on the edge there. And these bullets are going to react similar to like an ELDX, Sierra Game King, or an SST. It's going to have a massive energy dump, so it's going to release all its energy. It should still penetrate deep enough to get into the organs of the animal, but it's not made to hold together at all speeds. It's not made for, the greatest penetration. But as someone who's used a Sierra Game King for many years, I know it drops deer very effectively. And these types of bullets have been used for a long time and killed a lot of animals. At slower speeds, it potentially could have more of a mushrooming effect, but at moderate to higher speeds, it will have some weight loss. But like I said, it will dump its energy and will be a very effective killer. Now I want to say a quick thing about a 160 grain bullet in a 7mm 08. I have got some comments from some of you, just got a little confused on why I keep going back to 160 grain bullets. The 140 grain bullet is more of the ideal all-around bullet and the most popular bullet. And when it comes to factory ammo, you're pretty much not even going to find 160 grain bullets in a 708. So before I started loading for the 708, I would have agreed with you, but when I realized that Superformance works so well in the 708 case with the 160 grain bullets, it's a match made in heaven. And it's really a cool loading. And I'm just a big fan of the 160 grain bullet. I think you're getting so much out of it, and it's such an efficient little package. So I'm a big fan. So let's go out to the range, see what kind of numbers I get, and see if my gun likes these bullets, see if it's accurate. All right, those first three I shot were just kind of testing out. Started about 2 grains under max, and then the last load was at max. Ended up right where I thought I would, around 2,800. 160 grain bullet in a 7mm 08 with Superformance is going to get you about 2,800 feet per second. So that's good. Also didn't see any signs of pressure. And then this was my first group. So standard deviation was terrible, extreme spread was terrible. That doesn't always mean anything, especially with the 3-shot group. So I'm gonna go check out the group size. All right, you can see it there. 2 within about a ½ inch, 1 about 1 inch away. Group's probably 1.25 inches total. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so standard deviation got a little bit better. And the velocity actually on that second group was pretty good. I mean, it was over 2,800. I was expecting that only on the last group or on that last testing shot. So velocity is really good. Definitely trying to keep my ammo in the shade and not let the sun hit directly on it so that it overheats. Velocity is fantastic. SD was a little better. Let's look at the group. And the group's a little better too. So looks like you've got 2 there on the bottom and then 1 right there. It's about a little under 1 inch. So definitely better in all regards. So that is an improvement, even though it's only a 3-shot group. Let's shoot the last group and see what happens. Pressure's good, just like it has been every other time I shot this weight bullet with that powder. So pressure, thumbs up. And the velocity was great, probably around like almost 2830. And then the SD was fantastic. So all signs point to good. But what does the group look like? Let's check it out. I like it. Probably
you know, about an inch. So had 1.25 inches, probably 8/10 of an inch, and then right around an inch, maybe a little under. So I'm happy with the accuracy, happy with the SD on that last one, and definitely happy with the velocity. Stay tuned for my final thoughts.
I shot the 162 grain AMAXs, I shot the 160 grain Nosler partitions, and now, thanks to Derek, I've shot 160 grain Norma Tipstrikes. All 3 times I used Superformance powder, and all 3 times I ended up right at the same amount. Basically right around what I would consider max. And I got that information from the Hornady manual for 7mm 08. But all 3 times, I have not got into pressure. I have got great velocity, and it just continues to be really a good load. As far as the bullet itself, it just leans toward being an accurate bullet. Its design characteristics are very similar to other cup and core kind of VLD-ish type bullets that I mentioned before, you know, the lower drag bullets. It really just comes down to what type of bullet that you want to hunt with and how much meat loss are you okay with. Do you want a bullet with maximum penetration? Do you want a good balance point? Do you want your cup and core to stay together and be bonded? Or are you okay with a little bit of separation, a little bit of weight loss in exchange for an energy dump, potentially a little bit more meat loss, but if you hit it in the right spot, probably not. So it really just depends on what type of terminal performance that you're looking for. If you are okay with the style of terminal performance that you get from an SST, an ELDX, a Sierra Game King, a Nosler ballistic tip, that type of bullet, then you're gonna like this one. And Norma makes quality stuff. Norma makes good, you know, brass, good bullets, everything. So you're gonna get a quality product. It was really fun to get out and mess around with these bullets. Had a good time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment below, do you have any experience with these bullets? Until next time, guys, take care.